In this lesson, we're going to be solving rational work problems. So when solving combined work problems, you need to identify the fraction of the job per hour each of the participants takes to complete the work. So, for example, if it takes Huey 5 hours to complete a job, he completes 1/5 of the job in 1 hour. His portion of the work is X over 5. So once you determine what fraction of the work each one of the participants takes to complete the job, you add those fractions up and set that equation equal to 1. All right, first example. Tommy can paint a room in 3 hours, and Winnie can paint the same room in 4 hours. How long will it take them to paint the room together? All right, so for Tommy, it takes him 3 hours, so he can get 1/3 of the job done in 1 hour. If it takes him 3 hours, he can get 1/3 of it done in 1 hour. And since it takes Winnie 4 hours to paint the room, then she can get 1/4 of the room done in 1 hour. All right, so we're going to add both of those up and set it equal to 1. First things you should do anytime you have an equation with fractions, get rid of the fractions by multiplying the whole equation by the lowest common denominator. Lowest common denominator is 12. So once we multiply everything by 12, we get 4x plus 3x equals 12. 4x and 3x is 7x. So x equals 12 over 7. So together, they can complete all the painting. They can paint the room in 12/7 of an hour, which is 1.7 hours. So in Go Formative, I want you guys to round your answers to the 10th place. All right, now this next example is similar to the first. However, now we're told how long it takes for the two participants to complete the job together. And we want to find out how long it would take for one of the participants to complete the job alone. All right, so our unknown is different now. So it says that Demarion can clean a room in 8 hours. Together, Demarion and Quantavious can clean the room in 3 hours. How long will it take Quantavious alone? Now, just kind of think through the problem. If it takes them 3 hours to complete it together, then we would expect that it would take longer than 3 hours for them to complete that same job individually. All right, so what the value that we should be looking for, that once we're all done with our calculations, should be a bigger number than 3. All right, so for Demarion, we're told that it takes him 8 hours, and it takes them together 3 hours. So our variable, what we were solving for, the time it took them together, was in the numerator. It's no longer our variable. Now we know what that variable, the value is. It's 3. So 3 is in the numerator. And the amount of time that it takes the individual to complete the job is in the denominator. All right, so it takes Demarion 8 hours. So 8 is in the denominator. And do the same thing for Quantavious. Together, it takes them 3 hours, so 3 is in the numerator, and we're solving for the denominator, which is the amount of time it takes him to clean the room by himself. Same as the last example, add the two fractions and set it equal to 1. Now our lowest common denominator is 8x. Once we multiply all the terms by 8x, cancel what we can cancel, we get 3x plus 24 equals 8x. Subtract 3x from both sides, divide by 5, and we get x equals 4.8. So our answer makes sense because it is a number bigger than 3. So we calculated that it would take Quantavious 4.8 hours to clean the room alone.